What is up, my buttery biscuits? So in today's video, I'm going to be creating a second look using the brand new Bloodlust palette from Jeffree Star. As I let you guys know in that video, I was thinking about doing a second look using the green shade. What is actually the green shade called? Sworn Enemy. It's actually like a green bronze, this one right here. I wanted to use that, but to be honest with you guys, the more I swatch it, the more I'm just kind of like, it doesn't really do much for me. So I'm changing my tones today and I'm going to go for a more of a pink look. Obviously, my last one was way more purple. However, I'm going to go for a pinky look in today's video. Honestly, you guys, like straight up from doing my review, I genuinely wish that his metallic shades were all the same formula as this extreme formula. I believe he calls it extreme. Those two shades I really love. They're super shimmery and pretty, and the other metallic shades, they're just kind of like you know, the shade Sworn Enemy that I'm talking about, it's like, for those of you who want something that's going to be a little bit more mild, you know, say for example, if you like to wear a bronze shade or a gold shade and you're like, you know what, I want to try a little bit of green, I feel like that shade right there would be really pretty for you. It's not too dramatic. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, but it gives you a little bit of a nice olive bronze. So yes, anyways, you guys, my giveaway is still up for this palette actually right now. The winner is going to be picked on March 10th. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the link right up here or down below, either which one, so you guys can go back to my original review and tutorial using this palette, so that way you guys can go enter to win. Do not enter on this video. The winner will be picked from that video, so you guys have to go over there. The rules are in the video. It's super easy, open worldwide, so make sure you guys check that out. By the way, you guys, I'm really happy today because I posted a new video and I said about the light, I was like self-conscious about it because I feel like it looks weird and everyone seemed to really like it, so I'm gonna leave it there. And I feel like it looks really cute right now because this purple backdrop looks pink, so it looks like purple and pink, which is so cute with this palette. So I'm really excited. If you guys have any recommendations for a good microphone, please let me know. I'm looking for a new microphone because the one that I have, I've had it for I think like 4 years now, and it's just not too good. It picks up a lot of background noise, and I was looking for a new one that's not too expensive, but that's gonna work with DSLRs. And I was looking at a Blue Yeti, and I think it's like $100, which to me is good because it lasts years, you know. But it's like difficult to plug into DSLRs from what I was reading. I don't really know, but you guys let me know. Anyways, you guys, also, if you guys like my videos, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. I recently just found out how important likes are on a video. I know I always say it in every video, but now I'm beginning to realize it's super important. So if you guys like my content, please like it. I would really appreciate that. And make sure you guys subscribe as well. And let's go ahead and jump right on into this tutorial. All right, y'all, I zoomed you guys in. So we're gonna start off with the P. Louise base again. I need to get a darker shade. 0.5 is just not the one. Actually, you know what? After using this, I actually really want to try more shades from them. I know everyone raves about this, but to be honest with you guys, like I like it. I do like it, don't get me wrong, but I don't really see too much of a difference between this and a concealer. I'm just kind of like, okay, it's the same thing. By the way, I already have my brows done because, well, okay, so let me tell you guys while I'm putting this on, I was planning on doing a Q&A, get ready with me, right? And I posted on Twitter, which by the way, it's literally 11 o'clock on Friday night that I'm filming this, so everyone's out and about, you know, having fun on a Friday night while I'm in here like I feel like doing makeup, so let me do a little tutorial. So nobody was really leaving me any questions, so last I checked there was only 4 questions on there, and I was like, I can't really do a full video with just 4 questions, so let me just go on ahead and do a tutorial. So if you guys left a question on there and I didn't answer it in today's video, I'm sorry. I'll do a Q&A at a better time so that way I can get more questions. I'll plan ahead and not try to do it last minute. Anyways, I'm just packing this on real fast. Alright, y'all, so for today, okay, with my eye shape, I know I do a cut crease so much. Today I'm gonna try to not, okay, I'm not promising because I may turn it into a cut crease, but I'm gonna try not to. But with my eye shape, I really like to do a cut crease because my eye is super small, and when I do a cut crease, it gives the illusion that I have a little bit of a bigger eye, so I do enjoy a cut crease. But I'm gonna try today to go back to my old style, okay? Like when I used to work at MAC, I used to forever do a halo eye. I was like, halo eyes are bomb, and I'm doing them all the time, and then I just turned into a cut crease queen, and now I'm gonna try to go back to my halo eye. So I'm taking the shade right now, Royal Pain, which, you know what's weird is when I was purchasing this palette, it looked like it was going to be a brown. I was like, okay, it looks like a brown with a little hint of a pink, and in person it's super pink. As you guys can tell right there, it's much more pink than what it looks like online or on any pictures. So this one is way more pink than I thought. So while I'm packing this on, okay, hopefully I get this video up soon because I just don't really know much about it, but you guys know, well, just in case you guys don't know, RuPaul's Drag Race is literally my favorite show, and I'm seeing some drama right now. Actually today, while I'm filming this, the second episode just came out of season 12, and I'm seeing some drama on Twitter about Sherry Pie, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Aquaria, who, oh my god, Aquaria is just so polished and so bomb. Aquaria tweeted out, like, girl, you're walking on thin ice, you need to choose your words carefully, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm sitting over here like, wait, what? And I tried to do a little bit of, like, digging to see, like, what happened. I couldn't really find anything. So, she had put in her tweet saying basically like, and apologies don't include lies. So, you know, choose your words carefully, whatever. And I'm like over here like, what is she talking about? Like, I'm literally like a little bit like, you know, a little shook that I'm like, Aquaria is not like very vocal about anything. Like, though, ever since she won, she's just over there touring the world, pulling out looks, not getting involved in anyone's business, and then bam. So I'm low-key a little shook, and if y'all know any tea about that, let me know, because I'm real curious. Okay, so what I'm doing is still just taking that MAC 217 brush, and I'm just going to start blending it out in the crease now. These shades are really, really pretty, but I should have put it at the end of my review video. Y'all, girl, they stain my eye so much, and I understand purples do stain eyes. However, the Norvina Volume 1, you guys know that's my favorite purple palette. I absolutely adore it. That one really didn't stain my, yes, it did stain my eyes, but it didn't really stain my eyes too bad. Like, it wasn't nowhere near as bad as Jeffree's. I was like, with Jeffree's, woo! For 3 days after that, I was walking around looking like I got pink eye. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. It was super, super stained. Alright, y'all, and like I always say, don't pay attention to the outer corner. I just leave that such a mess. Now I'm going to go in with the shade High King. So I think the only shade that I'm going to use today that I used in my other video is going to be Beauty Sleep, because I want to put that on the lid. And I'm thinking to maybe put some glitter, but I don't really know. I'll have to see how that one plays out on my eye. I don't know why, like, okay, I wanted to do something a little toned down, you know. Obviously the last look I did was like super, super dramatic, and I want to do something a little bit more toned down, but then I just love dramatic so much, you know. So we're gonna see how this looks as soon as I, you know, clean it up and all that. All right, then I'm gonna be taking a small tapered brush just to get a little bit more defined with where the crease is going to, well, sorry, the inner and outer corner crease is gonna meet up with the middle. That's where we're gonna define the halo-ness. Alright, so I got that all blended out. So what I'm gonna do now is take a little bit of the P. Louise base. I'm not really gonna cut the crease, but I'm gonna clean up the lid. So that way when I place down the shade Beauty Sleep on the lid, it pops. So basically what I'm gonna do is, because I want it to focus in the center of my eye, I'm gonna tap this here and then just look up. So that way I have an area of where I'm gonna stop, but I'm not gonna cut it though, which I know y'all are shook, but I'm like, let me do a different shape here, you know? And I feel like every time I do a cut crease, because my eye is shaped the way it is, it just looks like the same look, even though sometimes I'll do a fade, sometimes I'll do a winged out, sometimes I'll do a blown out, and I'm just like, it all looks the same though, because it's all cut crease. So let me switch it up. So now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and go in with my flat brush. This is a 242, by the way, from MAC, which is my favorite flat brush, with the shade Beauty Sleep. And I'm gonna pack on a lot of that. I hope it's like pigmented enough to where, oh yeah, see, that one is actually really, really pretty. You know what? I feel like in this palette, the only one that just doesn't really pop is that gold one. The rest that I've used is like really good. My English, oh my god. But I don't know, that green one, it just looks so pretty in there, and then as soon as I swatch it, I'm like, very underwhelmed. Okay, and if you guys want, you guys can totally leave it there, just blend up right there. However, I'm gonna go in with the shade Betrayal, which is a kind of like pinky purple shimmery shade, and I'm gonna take this just right on the edges so that way it blends a little bit more nice and that way it's not like too harsh. And I'm going to take it on the outer corner as well and just kind of tap it so that way it blends all together. Took it just a little bit too far over. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. So I'm going to go back in with the shade Beauty Sleep and kind of like tap that back and forth over it to get it to blend better. Alright y'all, so this eye is all complete except for the bottom, obviously. I'm gonna do eyeliner, or maybe, I'm not too sure yet. I'm gonna do the other eye off camera. Alright y'all, so I got the other eye all done. I ended up taking the crease a little bit higher because when I put my liner on, I was like, you can't even see any lid at all, so I took it higher. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, which you guys know, this has been my recent favorite, which I'm really surprised because for the longest time, the Too Faced Hangover Primer was my favorite. However, it just stopped working for me, but I think maybe because I was using it for years and you know your skin just grows accustomed to things and then just stops working. But this right here I really love. I don't know why, for some reason, I don't think it's one of the claims, but for some reason it makes my skin so smooth. When I put on my foundation, I'm like, oh wow, it's so smooth. I know it's supposed to like grip on your makeup all day, and it does get a little tacky and it does, you know, adhere the makeup really well. However, for me, I really like it because my skin looks really smooth, which is, I don't even think one of the claims, but I love it. Alright, so I let that primer sit in for a minute. Now I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty foundation. By the way, I'm in the shade 300N, and I'm going to be taking it on my busted old Rihanna sponge that, I don't know why, I just keep on not buying a new one, and I really need to buy a new one because, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's just really beat up. But you know, I haven't had it for going on 3 years now, so you know, that's probably why. But you know, I definitely got my money's worth. I'm just been so cheap to buy a new one. I'm gonna go like super heavy with my cheeks because you know what's so funny? In my last video, I adjusted some settings on my camera, but in my last video I was like, oh my god, I'm wearing so much blush, and on camera I looked pale. I was like, yeah, okay. So in this video, I'm gonna go hard on my cheeks and actually contour today because I was looking at that and I was like, my face just looks so blob, my eyes look so bomb, and then my face was just like a big old potato, and I need to not do that. I just look super pale these days. I just don't get it. Anyways, I'm gonna go in with my Tati Blendiful with some Laura Mercier on my forehead only. For under my eyes, I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna do my cheeks first because I'm gonna be using a cream concealer to do a little bit of contouring. So I'm just gonna set my forehead because y'all know my forehead got so many wrinkles in it. It just looks like a big old concha, and I need to set it right away before it warms up. Okay, I'm so stupid. I just set my forehead and I completely forgot that I was gonna contour my forehead as well. But I guess I'll just put a lot of bronzer on my forehead. So I'm gonna be taking this MAC concealer in the shade NW35 on my cheeks. I am so dumb. Anyways, so I'm just gonna be taking this right here just to do a little bit of contouring because I look too pale and too fat. So I'm gonna use this warm tone right here to contour and bronze at the same time. Then I'm just gonna blend it out with the Rihanna sponge. Then I'm gonna go in with some CoverGirl concealer. This is a true blend in Golden Natural. As you guys know, this is like one of my favorite concealers, but I don't know if I've mentioned it enough to you guys. I really highly advise you guys to use it with only a sponge. For some reason, whenever I use it with a brush, like say for example, if I just try to blend something out with a brush and this concealer, it just does not mix at all. It kind of like pulls it and then gets patchy, but with a sponge, it's so bomb. And now I'm going to take my Tati sponge again with the Laura Mercier translucent powder and set all this. I'm going to leave it baking underneath my eyes and underneath my contour. Underneath my contour, obviously, just to brighten it up a little bit. But then for my eye is because I'm going to go in with some shadow underneath. So I want it to pick up the fallout. Alright, on my forehead, I'm gonna go in with, I hate that I always say alright, like every single time when I'm editing. Alright. I'm like, damn, stop saying alright. I'm gonna go in with Medium Tan by MAC. This is Mineralized Skin Finish. For my bronzer on my forehead, which I totally wish that I would have done with the cream concealer, but, you know, I'm a little dumb and I wasn't thinking. I feel like it's just so much easier, you know, if you're putting on bronzer with a cream mixed with your foundation. Even though I do like a powder, especially this powder, because it leaves such a bomb finish, it's just faster to like blend out a cream rather than sit here and stipple on a bronzer. You know what I mean? Got my cheeks all done. Hopefully it's enough now, because I swear I was like, oh my gosh, I have on a lot of cheek in person, and then on my last video I was just like, ugh. But I know everything gets washed out obviously because of the light, so I was like, you know what, in today's video I'm gonna just amp it up and do real dramatic. I'm like, that's a lot of cheek right there. Anyways, for my highlight I'm gonna go in with Pearl Crush. This is from CoverGirl. If you guys are in the market for a good drugstore highlighter, this is really good. Super comparable to, oh okay, this is not the brush that I normally use, but I don't know where my little, you know what brush I normally use that I don't want to say. I don't know where that's at, so I was like, let me just take this 168 from MAC, which is like a bronzer slash contour brush, and it's just a little too big, but whatever. I just took too much on that brush there, but as soon as I took some off, it's good. I don't know if you guys can see there, obviously, because the light is just like so overwhelming. Sometimes it takes away from things, but it is just so bomb, and I think it's like $3. Super cheap. I was gonna say it's comparable to oh my gosh, the Wet n Wild one, except for I feel like it's glass-like except more intense, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like the Wet n Wild ones are really good at like looking like glass, like that wet type of highlight. This one takes it to the next level. I will say these ones are just a little bit better, but they're both still so bomb. But they're around the same price, so if you need to try a new highlighter, try this one out. Alright, so all the setting powder underneath my eye kind of went away, but whatever, it's all good. I'm going to be really gentle. I'm going to go back in with the shade Royal Pain. I believe I'm just going to take that underneath my eye and do like a nude liner in the waterline. And that's it. Not going to do anything too dramatic, because I wanted to do something a little bit more soft, and then clearly, like, as you guys can tell, this is not really too soft, but it's softer than the last look I did. The last one I did was like almost drag, you know? Alright, and then just to soften that up, I'm gonna go back in with my MAC 217 and then just buff that out. And then that's gonna be it for the under eye, except for the waterline. The waterline I'll do with a nude. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my under eye eyeliner off of camera, but before that I'm gonna go in with Beauty Sleep on a fluffy brush. This is the same shade that I took in the last video, but I don't wanna do a bright color, so this is the only one that I feel like would be good for the inner corner for right now, especially with this look. And I feel like it's enough. I feel like Wet Drool is gonna be like bam, and it's gonna take all the focus away from the halo, and I don't wanna take away focus from the halo. So, going in with this same shade and then just popping that in there, because with my deep set eye, I definitely need a inner tear duct highlight because my brow bone is just too prominent. It just like sticks out like a caveman, and I'm like, you know what? I need something to bring it forward, so this does it for me. Alright y'all, so I got that eye all complete. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some nude liner off of camera, and I'm gonna do the other eye, pop on some lashes and mascara, and then we'll come back and do the lip, and then we'll be done. So I finished my lashes. I just wanted to zoom you guys in real fast to show you, okay, I know I always rave about this Hank & Henry mascara, but just in case you guys are new here, Hank & Henry mascara is literally my favorite. Do you guys see my bottom lashes from this? What I love about it is that it has an applicator for the top. Let me show you. This is the applicator for the top. Oh, it's not focusing. Hello, focus. There we go. See, that's the applicator for the top right there. And then what I love about it so much is the applicator for the bottom. It's like super tiny. Look at that. I'm like, it just hello, focus back. Okay, thank you. It just like, oh, it's so bomb. I love it so much. And sometimes he'll do like a discount, like 40% off, sometimes 60% off. And if you guys have an Amy's discount, you do get 40% off there or 30%. I'm not too sure, but you do get a discount. I love it so much. I think regular price though is only 18 bucks, so it's super good. Anyways, moving forward. Oh, lashes, by the way, are from Red Label Lashes in the style Kenya. So I'm gonna be taking pray for me, y'all. I'm gonna be taking this ColourPop Ultra Satin Liquid Lipstick. It's old, and when I tell you old, I mean probably like 3 years old, but I wanted to do something that had a little bit of a grayness to it, and then I'm gonna put a, I know it's gonna sound really weird, but I'm gonna put a super bright pink gloss on top of it. This is the Miley Cyrus Viva Glam from MAC. It sounds really weird, but it's gonna mix out to be really pretty, so let me shut up and do this. Alright, then I'm gonna go ahead and put on some of the Viva Glam Miley Cyrus. I mean, you could totally just leave it here like this. I feel like that does look good, but I want a little gloss and a little bit more pinkness. Okay, so low-key, it didn't even make it more pink, but I definitely do like it better with gloss. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys in, because this is the final complete look. Alright, y'all, so after using this palette for a second time, I really do like it. I really recommend it. I like this one so much better than the Conspiracy, so just in case they're doing a restock and you're in between both of them, I would personally recommend this one. If you support Shane, obviously, it's cool to buy the other one. I love Shane. I've been watching his videos for years, so that's the reason why I really wanted to buy the Conspiracy palette. But as far as palettes-wise, like layouts and colors and pigmentation, this one, I absolutely love it. I'll definitely be using it again, and unfortunately my Conspiracy palette, I've only used it twice and that's it. It's just not something that I really reach for. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you guys want more tutorials, let me know. Leave it down in the comments down below. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys go and enter the giveaway. It will be closing on March 10th. It's super easy to enter. Go ahead and click the link down in my description box to go to that video. That way you guys can enter. Do not enter in this video once again, okay? Alright, you guys, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.